Alright, Magpies, gather around because we've got some massive news coming out of St. James Park. Newcastle United have pulled off one of the biggest coups in European football, beating the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Arsenal to sign Antonio Cordo, one of Spain's most exciting young wingers. Yes, you heard that right. While some of the biggest clubs in the world were fighting for his signature, Cordo chose Newcastle. Now that tells you everything about where this club is heading. We're not just competing with the best anymore. We're outplaying them off the pitch too. This isn't just a signing, it's a statement. So, who is Antonio Cordo? And why should Toon fans be buzzing about this deal? Let's break it down. This 18-year-old wonder kid has been making waves in Spanish football. Born in Cadiz, Cordo's football journey has taken him through some of Spain's most renowned academies, Real Betis, Sevilla, Cadiz CF, and finally, Malaga, where he truly exploded onto the scene. His rise has been nothing short of meteoric. In November 2022, at just 16 years old, he made his first team debut for Malaga, becoming one of their youngest ever players. But it was last season where he truly made a name for himself. In June 2024, Malaga were locked in a dramatic promotion playoff final against Gimnàstic de Tarragona. With the game on the line, Cordo stepped up and scored a last-minute winner, securing Malaga's return to the Segunda División. Talk about clutch. This season, he's continued to shine in La Liga 2, racking up 24 appearances, 4 goals, and 6 assists. But stats only tell part of the story. His real strengths? Lightning pace, incredible dribbling, and fearless one-on-one ability. This kid loves to take on defenders. And with Newcastle's fast, attacking style, he fits perfectly into Eddie Howe's system. Now let's talk about how Newcastle got this deal over the line. With his contract at Malaga set to expire at the end of the season, several European giants saw an opportunity to snap him up. Barcelona and Real Madrid were circling. Arsenal had been in discussions too. But Newcastle didn't just join the race. We won it. Craig Hope from the Mail reports that Newcastle held advanced talks with Cordo. And after serious consideration, he chose us over all the other clubs. And let's be clear, this is not just about money. If Cordo wanted an easy path, he'd have gone to Barcelona or Madrid's B teams, where he could have played in Spain's second division under little pressure. But instead, he's chosen Newcastle. Why? Because he sees this club as the perfect place to develop and become a Premier League star. A pre-contract agreement is expected very soon, meaning he will officially become a Newcastle player in the summer. And this move is huge for multiple reasons. Squad depth. Newcastle need more firepower on the wings, and Cordo brings creativity, skill, and a serious goal threat youth development. This proves that Newcastle are building for the future. We're not just spending big on established stars, we're developing the next generation. Reputation boost. Beating Barcelona and Real Madrid to a signing. That sends a message to every young talent in Europe. Newcastle United is the place to be. Let's be honest, lads. This is exactly the kind of signing we need. We're building something special at this club. And the fact that an 18-year-old Spanish wonder kid wants to be part of it tells you everything. Newcastle United are the future. What do you think, Toon Army? Are you excited about Cordo's arrival? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't go anywhere. We've got big news about Callum Wilson's future coming up next. Alright, Magpies. Let's talk about a player who has been crucial to Newcastle United for years. Callum Wilson. There's a lot of uncertainty around his future right now, and it looks like we could be heading towards the end of an era. Will he stay at St. James Park? Or is a move to West Ham on the cards? Let's dive into it. First things first, Wilson's contract is running out. The 32-year-old striker has been in talks with Newcastle over a potential extension, but as things stand, he is set to become a free agent at the end of the season. That means, if no new deal is agreed, he will leave for free in the summer. Now, this is where things get interesting. Wilson doesn't want to leave the Premier League. According to TalkSport, sources close to the player have revealed that he wants to continue playing at the highest level in England. That means, if he does leave Newcastle, we could still see him leading the line for another Premier League club next season. And that's where West Ham come in. The Hammers have been long-term admirers of Wilson. They tried to sign him last year, when Newcastle were open to selling him for around $18 million. At the time, the deal didn't go through, and Wilson stayed at St James Park. But now, he could leave for nothing. West Ham still need a striker, and with Wilson available on a free, they're keeping a close eye on the situation. So, let's take a step back. Why would Newcastle let Wilson go? There's no denying how important he's been to the club. He's proven goal scorer and one of the most reliable finishers in the league when fit. Just last weekend, he bagged a classic poacher's goal in Newcastle's FA Cup win over Birmingham City. It was the kind of goal that summed him up: instinctive, clinical, and deadly inside the box. But here's the reality. Injuries have taken their toll. Wilson has struggled with fitness issues throughout his time at Newcastle, and with the club looking to the future, there's a feeling that they need a younger, more durable striker to lead the line moving forward. And from a financial perspective, Wilson leaving on a free transfer isn't ideal. Last year, Newcastle were looking to sell him to help with PSR, profit, and sustainability rules. If they had managed to offload him for $18 million back then, it would have been a big boost for the club's financial balance. Now, if he leaves for nothing, it's a missed opportunity to bring in funds. So, what are Newcastle's options? Offer Wilson a short-term extension. If Eddie Howe still sees him as a key part of the squad, the club could give him a 1 or 2 year deal to keep him around as an experienced backup striker. Let him leave and sign a replacement. If Newcastle decide it's time to move on, they could use the summer transfer window to bring in a younger, long-term solution up front. Wait and see what Wilson decides. He might want to stay and fight for his place, or he might decide that a fresh start, possibly at West Ham, is the best move for his career. Either way, this is a big decision for Newcastle United. Wilson has been a fantastic servant to the club, and if he does leave, he deserves a proper send-off. But football moves fast, and Newcastle are building for the future. So, what do you think, Toon Army? Should we keep Wilson for another season, or is it time to move on? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today's update, but don't forget, we'll be back with more exclusive Newcastle United news soon. Until next time, keep the faith, and as always, how way the lads!